Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited. I'm going to be testing out a product that has gone completely insane over on TikTok. I mean, people have gone mad. So yeah, of course I had to run out and purchase this and so I could do an application and wear test for you guys. So yeah, we're just going to get into this right away. But first go grab your cup of coffee or glass of wine. And if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't done so already. Okay, you guys, let's go test out another foundation. Okay, so let me explain more about why I am doing this video. So yes, it is a huge sensation over on TikTok. I don't know if you guys go over there, but I have a few videos out and I just seen all this hype and I said I have to do a review on it because a lot of them were with younger girls and I thought that TikTok needed a more mature skin to try this out. So I decided to do it. Now I put this up late last night. I think it was like around, I don't know, 4 o'clock when I put this TikTok up. I woke up this morning and I already have 54,000 views. And it looks like I have it as of right now 3,845 likes, 351 comments. So it is a pretty big deal over on TikTok. So I wanted to come on here and do a more full wear test, like all day. I'm going to probably be wearing this about a good 10 hours because right now it is 10:19. So I do want to review this for you. The only bad news is it is sold out everywhere. I happen to find mine at my local Ulta the other day. I was shocked that it was in, but I've been looking online, sold out on Ulta, Sephora, KVD's website. Yeah, so let's try it out and see if it's worth the wait. And, if it's worth purchasing, it's $38. So it is a pretty pricey foundation, I think. And this is it right here. There's 40 shades. So if you guys would like to go follow me on TikTok and maybe see, I swear every little swipe you get is about this foundation. So I'm sure you'll see tons of reviews. And what it's saying on their website, it's a buildable, full coverage, hydrating foundation balm with lightweight, long wear formula. It has a fresh matte finish and is fully recyclable packaging. Now, you got to be very careful with this product. Again, if you go on TikTok and see a few of the try-ons and reviews that people have done, they apply so much product because I don't know if they're not used to how this formula is. And I mean, that would be the case. You might go in and swirl it around like you normally would, but it is really full coverage and it will give it look cakey very fast. So here is the packaging. It's very pretty. And like I said, it's fully recyclable from, the box to this. And I actually got my shade in light 015. After looking at the video yesterday that I put out, it does look a little light, but I'm going to pay attention if it does oxidize. And, if I do need to do an exchange at Ulta, if it ever comes back in stock. If not, I did make it work with some bronzers and stuff like that. I'm going to apply one side with a brush and the other side with a sponge. And I'm literally just tapping, and this is how much product I have on. Okay, I almost panicked. I almost forgot to prep my face. So I'm actually going to be priming with my Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. I got so excited, I just wanted to hop right into putting on this foundation, but I am going to do my usual, as I always do. I'm going to put on primer to see what it will work with the primer. I want something more gripping and I'm going to be wearing it a lot longer. Okay, I let that soak in. It's been about a minute. I'm giving it time just to kind of settle down before I go in with this. So again, yeah, I just tapped it a few times. A little bit is on my brush. So I hope I don't do you see what I'm saying? Come on. It a little bit goes a long way, so be very careful. And I think you can pretty much shear this out if you had to. Okay, so this is what it did with just a few taps. Now I'm just going to go one time just to finish this part of my forehead, and I'm going to be very careful because I think even that is going to come out with a lot of product. Okay, so that's a couple taps with this, with the brush on this side. And as you can see, the shade is off. And with being 40 shades, I have seen a lot of people having a hard time with the shades of this product here. So yeah, it comes off a yellow, and yeah, so the shading is a little interesting. So I'm going to take my sponge. It's a dampened sponge, and I'm going to tap it a few times. So that's what it looks like. And now I'm going to apply this on this side. So see, you can make it as light as you want, or you can build it up, because with this, I will definitely need to build this up because, yeah, I got more coverage with the brush. So I did 3 more taps, and I'm going to go in. I will say it feels super lightweight as of right now. Um, it does not feel cakey or heavy at all. It feels like almost like I have nothing on my face. I'm a little worried about it possibly slipping later, but it's very creamy. I mean, it's very, yeah, I can't explain it. It's almost like it's creamy but turns into a powder feeling is the only way I can describe this foundation. So I mean, on initial placement, as like yesterday, it looks gorgeous. I will say that. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's with the primer or this or the combo, but it does blur my pores somewhat. But yeah, initial placement, it looks beautiful. I will say that. So I'm going to pay attention if it oxidizes. And again, we're going to do a nice long wear test on this foundation to see if it's worth that $38 price point. If it does, this should last a long time because you need very little product. So what I'm going to do is, and like usual, I'm just going to go off, do the rest of my makeup, come back and let you know my thoughts as of that moment, and then we'll, continue on and do that wear test. All right, you guys, after applying this today, taking my time and really focusing on some of the concerns some of the people have commented on. So I just tried to address it as the best as I could. And my suggestions are to go in very light and build up. And around your T-zone, if you are oily, less is better. Okay, so just very lightly. Otherwise, it will start looking very cakey and almost greasy. So yeah, very light through those areas. And what I did today is I applied it and I put on a very light powder, and then I hit some setting spray on it and let that dry off, then applied the rest of my makeup. And after I applied the rest of my makeup, I went back in with my sponge and I sprayed it with, use maybe a dewy if you're dry skinned, or, what you normally use. I usually only use this as my primer, but I thought because, it is a little, because when it was drying down, it was starting to look a little dry. So, and I have dry, oily, or dry, mature skin. So maybe that's why. So I went in and I sprayed my sponge and I just went over very lightly after. So, and the thing is, like when after applying and the reason why I'm telling you to set it after you put it on is because I did notice that there is that slight possibility when I was putting on my blush and contour and a bronzer that it could move. It didn't, but I was very, very careful. I just felt like that could be a possibility. So yeah, unfortunately for me, I feel like it's a lot of work, but once you get the application right, and like I said, I'm going to keep playing with it, it's beautiful. So I see where the hype is, because when you initially put it on, it looks gorgeous. But as time and it starts settling and um, it changes. And I will say to use a sponge. If I didn't say that before, it looks nice with a brush, but you're going to want to really press this product in your face. So you're going to want to push hard, especially if you have fine lines. I felt like when I did that, it went into them. And as of right now, I mean, it's been on for a good hour, with me doing my makeup. It has not settled. So I think this is a good process. I will try to put like 1, 2, 3, 4 down in the comments section of how I applied this. And yeah, I think I really do like this. I will say I do not like it, but I will say that I have foundations that apply a lot less finicky. I don't know if $38 is a good price for it yet. Everything I used on my face today, I will have down in the description box and the order of how I suggest you apply this if you have dry, mature skin with a oily T-zone. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing when looking for a foundation and looking into suggestions by influencers is everybody's skin is different, and it's so hard to suggest a product for you because what works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. That's the unfortunate part, but I can give you tips and suggestions on how this product might look better on your skin. So, okay, I will be back later. Again, I put this on at, what was it, 10:16? So it's probably going to be at least 8 or 9 before I get back on. So it'll be a nice long wear test. All right, you guys, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, you guys, it is now 9:07 p.m. I think this is the longest wear test I've ever done. And I will say it looks pretty darn good. With the way I applied it and everything, I think it really helped. I will try to zoom in so you guys can take a closer look. And the only place that I do see a problem with is my nose area, which is normal for me. I don't think I've ever run into any foundation that has ever performed this long well on my nose. So that is very common. But for the rest, it did not settle in any of my fine lines. And I think it's the way I applied it today with all the steps and everything. And I will, again, put that in the description box below. But I'm really actually pretty happy and impressed with this. This is seriously all day. The only thing that I did reapply was my lipstick, and I did dab my nose a little bit with a tissue, but that was it. Honestly, it's looking really. I'm impressed. I know that everyone's skin texture type is different and it may not work for you or it may work even better. Unfortunately, again, that is the chance we take with buying foundations, if they work or not on our skin. But I am really happy with this one, thank God, because it was $38. It was not cheap, and I'm so happy I made it work. Again, it's a finicky foundation. All right, you guys, I hope that this was informative for you. And if it was, and if you enjoyed this video, if you could please give it a thumbs up, I would truly, truly appreciate it. And again, I love you guys. I appreciate you dearly. And until next time.